What caught me off guard was how this unassuming electric hybrid has quietly become my go-to bike, despite some clear limitations that become apparent on longer rides and steeper climbs. Frame and build quality. The oversized aluminum frame feels reassuringly solid underfoot, though at 27.5 kilograms, it's no lightweight. Raleigh has clearly prioritized durability over weight savings with the 6061 aluminum construction, and the integrated 500 power tube battery keeps things looking clean compared to the older external battery designs. The low-step frame geometry puts you in a comfortable, upright position that works brilliantly for pottering around town, but can feel a bit sluggish when you want to push harder. Shimano hydraulic disc brakes provide confident stopping power in wet weather, and the Suntour NEX suspension fork with 50mm travel takes the sting out of potholes without feeling bouncy. The MIK-compatible rear rack, full mudguards, integrated lights, and wheel lock all come standard, making this genuinely ready to ride from day one. Build quality matches bikes costing significantly more, with clean cable routing and solid finishing throughout. Suspension and handling. This is where the Motus Tour shows its touring pedigree. The front suspension fork works well for smoothing out rough tarmac and light gravel paths, though it's not designed for anything more adventurous than towpaths and bridleways. The 31.6mm suspension seat post adds another layer of comfort that really pays dividends on longer rides. The geometry strikes a comfort-first balance that transforms challenging climbs into manageable efforts. On steep sections, the upright position lets you put power down efficiently while the motor assistance kicks in smoothly. The handling feels stable and predictable, though the hefty weight means it's not particularly nimble in tight spaces or when maneuvering at low speeds. Where it excels is on flowing countryside rides. The Schwalbe cruiser tires provide decent grip on mixed surfaces, and the overall package feels reassuringly planted when descending. The bike inspires confidence rather than excitement, which perfectly matches its intended audience. Drivetrain and performance. The Bosch Active Line Plus motor delivers 50 Nm of torque, which puts it firmly in the middle ground of e-bike assistance. This isn't the most powerful system Bosch makes, but it provides smooth, natural-feeling support that never feels overwhelming. The 4 assistance modes, from Eco through to Turbo, give enough range to match different terrain and battery conservation needs. On my typical 12-mile loop that includes several decent climbs, the motor performs admirably in Tour mode. It's not going to rocket you up 20% gradients like more powerful systems, but it makes reasonable hills feel flat and turns proper climbs into manageable efforts. The integration with the 8-speed Shimano Altis derailleur works well, though you do need to plan your gear changes on steep climbs since the motor can't completely compensate for poor gear selection. The 500 battery provides genuine 50-mile range in mixed conditions, though expect closer to 35 miles if you're using higher assistance modes or tackling serious hills. The Intuvia display is clear and informative, showing remaining range, current speed, and assistance level without being overly complex. Limitations and trade-offs. The weight is this bike's biggest limitation. At 27.5 kilograms, carrying it upstairs or loading it onto a car rack becomes a proper workout. The motor assistance only works up to 15.5 miles per hour, and beyond that, you're pedaling a very heavy bike. This makes it less suitable for riders who want to maintain higher speeds or mix motor-assisted and unassisted riding. Riders coming from cars who expect effortless hill climbing might find themselves wanting more torque on the steepest local climbs. The suspension fork, while comfortable, adds weight and complexity without being sophisticated enough for anything beyond light off-road use. Hub gear models add reliability and weather protection but reduce the gear range compared to derailleur options, which can be limiting on varied terrain. Final verdict. Buy this bike if you want a comfortable, reliable, and fully equipped commuter that takes the effort out of everyday cycling without compromising on build quality. It's perfect for riders who prioritize comfort and practicality over performance, particularly those replacing car journeys or looking for a stress-free way to extend their cycling range. Skip this if you need something lighter for storage constraints, want aggressive performance, or regularly tackle seriously steep terrain where more motor torque would make a meaningful difference. The Motus Tour does exactly what it promises, but it's honest about its limitations rather than trying to be everything to everyone.